Here. On January 1st, 2023, I was raped at a party, trigger warning, by the way, by a complete stranger. I was invited to this party by someone I thought to be a friend. She's referencing Kai. I asked for help, and it's not going anywhere, so I've decided to take it to social media. His name is Jigui Sak. Okay? This is on January 5th. This happened, this information came out yesterday. This is the person. 1. I was invited by KaiCenat. When I decided to leave, he told me I'd be safer upstairs since I was drunk and nobody would bother me. However, after I fell asleep, since I thought I was safe due to there being security and Kai's confirmation, however, I wasn't safe. Jigui Sak walked into the room where I was asleep and brutally raped me to the point where I bled. When I woke up to see him still on top of me, I called him out as a rapist, and he told me that I was in his bed, and that's why he did what he did. I was in shock. I texted my friend, Kai, who invited, but I got no answer. And I was told by the rapist that he left, which I found out later to be a lie. He told me we can just keep it a secret and pretend nothing happened, but I was already traumatized by then. I asked him if he at least used protection, which he then showed me a dirty condom and said, yes, a skins condom. Now I have the medication for a month to make sure I don't catch any STDs. As you all know, the condoms only protect you from unwanted pregnancies and not STDs. I spent all day crying and processing what happened to me instead of enjoying my vacation in New York. At nighttime, I had dinner reservations, but I went to the emergency room instead as I was still in pain from what had happened to me. I described what the person looked like to my friend who had invited me, and he said he didn't know the person. However, after digging for a day and a half, I found the person's Instagram and that they had been friends for years. That's your homie for real, bro. That's why you ain't help me. That's why you ain't go up. You knew what he was doing. So, because Kai did not respond to her, she had to filter this information, find it herself. And then, of course, as the victim in this circumstance says, when you find out that, like, this is your friend, okay? When you find out that, like, this is a person that you thought you were friends with is not giving you this information when something horrible has happened to you, and then you turn around and say that's your homie. You turn around and find photos. There's a video of the full combo as well. I saw the video. Okay. I said, yo, what the fuck? I'm literally getting info as we speak. Are you fucking crazy? I knew what was going on, ? I described what the person looked like to my friend who had invited me, and he said he didn't know the person. However, after digging for a day and a half, I found the person's Instagram and that they had been friends for years. Now, up to this level, Kai might not have known what had happened or that his friend had, sexually assaulted someone. He might not have thought, okay, all things considered, he might not have thought that his friend was capable of such a thing, okay? I know everyone is going to immediately jump down my throat and say, hey, shut the fuck up. You're wrong. They always know. Okay? But at this point, once it's established that it is your friend, his response is supposed to not be like, oh, I knew what was going on. I guess like he immediately went to like defend himself. Okay? We'll look at the entire text in a second, okay? It's been 5 days since the incident, and I haven't been able to eat or sleep properly. I haven't been able to socialize or go to work. This is all I think about 24/7. I'm not looking for attention. All I want is the justice I deserve. I want to stop him from hurting anyone else. Okay? There were more details, I believe, on her Instagram. Okay? Weren't there more posts on her Instagram or something? Like, there were other tweets, I think. I want to see the entire phone conversation because she posted all of it, I'm pretty sure. Oh, here, yeah, I saw this. Okay. Okay, what you find out, she's asking Kai on Sunday, what day is Sunday at that point? Sunday would be the 1st. So it's New Year's, it's the first day of the new year. They're having this conversation at Sunday at 4 p.m. So she has like informed, I guess, at this point, Kai of what has happened, and she's looking for who did it. Okay, so Sunday, it's the 1st. Kai says, "You good?" She says, "Not really. I want to know who it was." So implying that there was a previous conversation that took place where she informed Kai. She informed Kai that she had been sexually assaulted. She'd been raped. "Can you send me the Instagram of the guy who checked up on me, please?" No response from Kai. A couple hours later, 3 hours later, she sends question marks and says, this shit is serious. I'm not trying to be annoying or anything, but I'm legit traumatized. I don't care if it's one of your friends and you don't want to throw them under the bus. Doesn't matter to me. He did what he did and he has to pay for that. Kai responds, "Hell no, not one of my friends. I'm still looking into it." She says, "Okay." And by the way, this is like the reason why she came out to social media in this way. This is her statement, is because she felt like Kai was working to protect his friend instead of her, and she had like falsely assumed that she was friends with Kai. That's her assessment. So she says, "That's him." Sends him a photo of a photographer from the night of. This is Monday. Found him in this picture. So she took an entire day. She took an entire day after Sunday all the way into Monday where Kai's not responding. She says, "Going to be at the hospital all night, so just hit me up whenever you're ready to respond because I'll be up." Monday morning, Kai texts back, says, "I'm just waking up. Are you good? Doing a rape kit at the hospital. Can you please help me identify this guy that I sent you a pic of? Because it's him. Please don't tell him anything. Like, don't tell him I'm at the hospital or anything. I don't want him to have time to make up a story or be on alert in case they need to investigate. It's better he does not know." This photo of him, Kai replies, "It's him." She says, "Yes, that's the guy. Who is that?" Kai doesn't reply fast enough. She says, "Okay, whatever, Kai." Kai says, "I'm in a meeting currently. I'm trying to find out now. Hold on." She says, "No, it's dead ass him." So at this point, it's understandable that, like, especially if she's like figured out, especially if she's like, she just feels like he's not giving anything back to her. You know what I mean? So at that point, she starts notice that she starts like she implies it here originally, but then she starts basically saying like, "It seems like you're trying to protect your friend," but partially because you know, she's putting this information forward and he's not responding. "I found it, and yes, it's him. I'm not slow, and I remember. Me and you have lots of mutuals, and they can all vouch for me. I'm not a liar. This type of shit don't ever happen to me. Is that the guy you sent to check in on me?" "No. The guy I sent to check on you checked up on you and left. I literally seen it with my eyes. You opened the door halfway, asked if he was good, then came downstairs." "Okay, well, that guy went in after." Kai says, "I'm in the same boat as you. I don't know everyone at the party, so you have to bear with me." She said, "You're not in the same boat as me. I just had to take mad medication to make sure he ain't give me no STDs. A man who I don't even know and don't find attractive in the slightest. I've been digging through all your friends' pictures to look for this man. It's taken me an entire day and a half. I had plans in New York for the weekend, and I had to stop to do this. You could have made the process a whole lot easier, but you didn't help me. That's your friend, and I know I'm not. So you can defend a rapist. I'll handle this." "What the fuck are you talking about?" is what Kai says. She says, "I'm so mad right now. You don't even understand. This is sick. I didn't deserve this. I did nothing to you guys. Ain't nobody defending shit. I just told you I'm about to find everything out, and that's what I've been doing." Like, she says, like, "Why me? Why are you saying you guys? See, I don't like that you including me into something that I'm trying to figure out. Don't start doing that. What the fuck?" She sends a photo of Kai and the perpetrator together and says, "That's your homie for real, bro. That's why you ain't helped me. That's why you ain't go up. You knew what he was doing." Kai says, "Yo, what the fuck? I'm literally getting info as we speak. Are you fucking crazy? I knew what was going on. Jovi, I don't like that at all. All jokes aside, that not cool. That's fucked up." She says, "Lol, I'm the crazy one. the victim in the whole situation, okay. Kai says, you just sent me pics of the person, and now I'm about to get both sides. I didn't know who was who. I didn't know who to look for, and now you pulled up pics. If you want me to help you, you can't do shit like this. What the fuck? So at that point, he just like, it seems like he just either as a consequence of like wanting to, again, defend his friend, or because he feels like he is now being pulled into this, decides to go into full-blown defense mode, which is, again, not good, okay? It's not good because that's not how you deal with a victim. It's not good because that's not, even from a fucking optics point of view, that is not a good thing to do. Because now, when you respond this way in this incredibly defensive capacity and say, I'm about to get both sides, that makes it seem as though, you're in defense of the perpetrator, okay? No matter what, which it feels like he is. I'm not on some cool shit right now. Like, do you not understand what just happened to me? I'm literally traumatized, and you're showing absolutely no sympathy. And she's right. He wasn't. I have every right to feel and react the way I'm reacting. Like, I'm going to give you details so you know how serious it is. Your friend raped me in my ass too. Fuck. In my ass too, so I've been bleeding ever since. Do you understand how embarrassing and how dirty I feel? And you know what I said. You know what he said when I asked him why he did what he did? He said because I was in his bed. That's the reason why he raped me, because I was asleep in his fucking bed. That's his stupid ass excuse. I don't sleep around, and to be honest, if I wanted to have sex, I would have slept with you or some shit. I don't know who this man is. This is a complete stranger to me. Since I don't think you understand that I was raped, this is not something that was consented. I didn't want him. I never flirted. Wait, hold on. This last part is like hard to read, but I read it this morning. Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, fucking Twitter video is so bad. This is not something I was consented, didn't want him, never flirted, didn't do shit to deserve this, but sleep. That's all I did. I gave you a description right away and asked you to help me. Then I sent a picture from the party that the photographer took, and you just kept on ignoring me. You know he fit the description. Like, come on. You could have really helped me, and you let me do this shit all on my own. His legal team told him not to talk to her, guaranteed. Yeah, I believe that. I do. But also, I don't know. We'll see. Did Kai send her to that room specifically? What the fuck? She did everything people want victims to do, and she still gets so much shit. It's so sad. Yeah, no, literally. She did so much more. The expectation for victims in this circumstance is so fucking high. It's such a high bar to clear for people to be like, okay, maybe I'll believe the victim. And no matter what happens, people still don't do it. She says, I'm sorry to Kai, but I'm not the one who created this mess. I'm sorry to have accused him over text of knowing what happened to me, since that's just an assumption on my part. Even though I've been shown absolutely no sympathy from his side, I sympathize with him. However, I will never defend a rapist. I don't care if they're my family. I mean, look at this, dude. Even in this situation, when you can see, like, for legal reasons or not, she's done everything. She's done everything correctly. And I mean, when a situation is like this open and shut, when a situation has like this, I don't know. I mean, she went and got a rape kit. Like, she went and she got a rape kit. Went to the hospital. She had injuries. She went and she got a fucking rape kit. Like, that's not even a requirement, okay? But, like, people have a really high bar. This is a serious accusation, okay? And a lot of people's expectation is even infinitely higher than the accusation itself with respect to, like, clearing it, mostly because people just don't want to immediately believe victims in any meaningful circumstance. But at this point, getting a rape kit ain't no fucking walk in the park. It's re-traumatizing if you know what goes on for those tests. Yeah. A rape kit is what you go and get at the hospital after you've been sexually assaulted, raped. They like literally fucking swab the insides of your vagina. It's also like a traumatizing experience in and of itself, according to victims that go through. It's like literally physical evidence that someone has raped you. It's like re-entering the same process. Has the capacity to also, like, you know, basically get, you know, has the capacity to reignite those feelings that you had, those traumatizing feelings. It is like, it feels like you're being violated. They take photos. They swab all over your vagina. They look at your cervix. Like, they look at everything. And also, one of the most fucked up parts about it is that there are thousands of fucking rape kits that never even get looked at in this country, for the record. There is a massive rape kit backlog. Yes, they examine for tears and signs of forced entry. Yeah, over 100,000 rape kits are in a backlog and have never been examined, never been looked at. In a situation like this, let's say Kai is conducting an investigation on his own side. I think You Good is the first time Kai was like seemingly sympathetic to the victim. And judging by these text message conversations, it just seems like it just goes away after he figures out, after she openly states who the person is and starts saying, you know, this person and you're defending him. Because I get where she's coming from. It comes across like he is, at the very least, like, it doesn't matter if his intentions were not to defend him or not. From her side, from her perspective, it's totally valid and understandable for her to think that they're friends, and that's the reason why he's not revealing this information to her. Like, this is where she sends him the photo, you know what I mean? And he says it's him, implying that, like, I assume he knows, right? Like, he recognizes who this person is. Some additional info on our IG stories. The last story shows a text from someone else at the party calling Kai and his friends horny predators. For everyone asking me why I didn't do a rape kit, I did. Now leave me alone. I'm not trying to place blame on anyone other than the perpetrator, who's Jigui Sack. However, I told my story as it happened, and I didn't want to leave any parts out. I don't believe Kai is to blame. However, he was involved. Whether you agree or not is just fact. He is the only person I knew at this party, and he's the only one who told me to go upstairs where everything occurred. I don't need Kai for attention, as I get enough of it on my own, and this wouldn't be the way I would try to get it. I wish him the best, but I will not be silenced. I will not choose to exclude him out of my story for his protection. I'm choosing to protect myself this time and say what happened exactly as it did. And then those are the text messages. I'm not suing anyone. Everyone can keep their money. I just want the rapist in jail. I don't want his clout. I could care less after this gets handled. I'm deactivating my account. Oh, shit. I don't want to show this. Blood from the day of. I was not on my period. This is from the brutal force. Hours later, I was still bleeding. Holy fuck, bro. She literally posted a photo of, like, bloody tissues. Like, you don't need to do... Bro, that is an insane amount of fucking proof that people are demanding. Especially at a certain point, you got to realize, like, these people don't care about the proof, no matter what you say. They are reacting to shapes and colors and their preconceived notions of how society works with respect to, like, how women are. Okay? No matter how wrong they are, is what is motivating them to not believe someone. But it's insane. I feel like there's going to come a point where, like, you're going to be like, this is the social security number of the person. Here's video footage of the fact that, like, I was raped. And motherfuckers still are going to be like, nah, that's fake. I went to the doctor January 1st at nighttime. I was discharged the next day. Posted my ID in case y'all want to say that's not my name. I don't really care what negative things people have to say about me, but I know what happened to me, so I will have evidence to prove it, so I will. Sexual assault is an unwanted sexual activity, penetration, incest, human sexual trafficking, sexual harassment. They're saying, oh, sorry, this is just patient discharge instructions. More almighty, bro, shut up. You a hoe, clear cut. Even if what you say is true, how are you that drunk? It's not like liquor make R-worded like the fuck. You say you not this person, but you got super drunk when you arrive. Seems like you've been there before. You a hoe, a smut, an attention seeker, and you just whack, bitch. No man will ever take you serious in life. You're gonna die alone. This is not about the rape. This is just about you post prerogative pictures as if it's a porn site, then try to play innocent for the world like you don't get trained on the regular. What happened? The money wasn't enough that day. Clout chasing bitch. Bro, there are so many subhuman fucking I mean, this dude needs to go to jail, honestly. Jesus fucking Christ. This is why people don't speak up. Damn, girl, I remember seeing you the whole night. I hope you get your justice you deserve. I've been around Kai and his friends for months, and they are horny predators who can't take no for an answer, so I 110% believe you. Be strong. Do you mind if I post this? I can block out your name if you prefer. Thank you for reaching. Of course you can. What breaks in someone's mind to put that shit in writing and hit send? Dude, I mean, I think a lot of you have not have not interacted with like truly deranged psychopaths like this on the internet, and that's a good thing for you. Like, I'm happy that you haven't. Okay. But given all of these details, given all this information, for Kai to be like, there's both sides of this story, and I'm waiting for all the information just like you are, is still kind of like, because like the implication there is what? That like your friend is not capable of it, right? Let's say, right? Your friend is not capable of rape. Sure, let's say I'm going to be as charitable as possible to Kai in this circumstance. Even if you believe that your friend is not capable of rape because you've known him for a very long time or whatever, okay? How are you going to fucking, so what do you think happened there? Like that she literally, and I'm playing devil's advocate, so shut the fuck up. I'm not like defending anybody here. What do you think happened? That like she literally faked it, she wanted it, and then went and got a rape kit? Like, that's crazy. For Kai to come out of this, if you are a Kai fan, do you believe her? Yes, I believe her. What Kai should have done on his broadcast was basically go live and say, look, yes, I believe her. I don't think she like opened up a stab wound to post a fucking photo of her bleeding. For what the way that he should have responded to this is, on New Year's Eve, I invited a bunch of people to this party, and one of my friends that I invited, Jovi Pena, was sexually assaulted, raped by another person who I know, another person who I've grown up with. I immediately went to the authorities, okay, when I found out, if that is the truth. And given the circumstances at hand and how high profile and the severity of the crime this was, I also consulted my legal team. My legal team told me to not talk to the victim, which was wrong of me to not do so. This might have caused some confusion between me and the victim, who is the most important part of the story. It was wrong of me not to immediately give as many details as possible to the victim, who I care deeply about, who I'm very sorry that something awful and tragic happened to her. For the time being, I will no longer talk about this matter. This is a criminal investigation, and I hope that, the responsible party is met with justice. Maybe some brief takes on, rape kit backlogs and how traumatic it is. And that's it. That's what you should have done. You should have just wrote that out ahead of time. Sure, there's got to be someone in the PR team, someone in the legal team that tells you the correct things to say. That is the correct response. Maybe even apologize to your fans and say, I'm sorry to all of you. I feel as though I have failed you. But more importantly than what I've done in this circumstance, I feel like I failed the victim, and that was wrong of me. It was because I was scared. But my fear in that circumstance is nothing like the trauma that Jovi withstood on the night of New Year's Eve. That's it. No mention of like other shit. I know he was trying to talk about how he was taking this incredibly seriously, okay? By bringing up his subathon. Okay? No mention of the both sides of the situation. Okay? None of that. That's crazy. No mention of his empire crumbling, even though I do understand why a young black kid would feel so happy in a moment only to have it like feel like it's being taken away from him. Okay? I get it. But ultimately, when you're a media personality, okay, this is very different. You recognize that you have a lot to lose. Question mark black? What do you mean? Yes, it matters. Phase K song. People farming content over the situation is fucking disgusting. This is a song guy needs to get a fucking life, and whoever else thinks they're a detective. No one knows what happened, including Kai. So wait till the facts are about turning your back on and whack people. I'm not. I'm assessing what is going on adequately. I'm not turning my back on anybody. If anything, I'm saying here's what is the right way to deal with a situation like this. But ultimately, this is just like any other circumstance. By the way, leave it up to fucking Face Clan with another incredible take. This shit happens to Miskiff, I talk about it. This shit happens in other industries, I talk about it. This isn't about farming drama. These are people's real lives that we're talking about. But more importantly than that, more importantly than that, I mean, this is like what I say. You're just saying the facts. That's it. You're barely even giving interpretation or opinion. It's just what the facts are. Exactly. Like, how many times have I talked positively about KaiCenat from the jump? I was very happy to see him succeeding. Very happy to see him thrive. I like a lot of the AMP boys. I think they're funny. I think they're great. I think they're entertaining. It's not like this is something that is exciting. Okay? Christ. I think you're right. Kai's a 21-year-old, though, would have been so shocked by all this, too, and probably not mentally equipped to react in the way that one should. Yeah, but, like, he's a media person. Don't want to accuse someone without info, but also don't want to rule things out. It's possible that he was aware that someone was going up, even if it was just try to hook up. Maybe the part of the investigation due to the way delayed reaction. Yeah, I mean, I didn't say that like KaiCenat is directly involved in this circumstance. I never said any of those things. I didn't speculate on it whatsoever. I'm just simply stating that he did not handle it. He did not handle the situation, nor his immediate reaction was good because it did not deal with the severity while taking care of. Chad is saying 21 is an adult now, making note of that. I mean, come on, Nice Bathroom. You know what's going on. But then again, this chat is also hypersensitive, and they say 21 is adult whenever any 21-year-old fucks up, and not just because Kai is black. No, Kai came out and spoke on the matter. We watched the VOD earlier before I got to this point. This was a part that I didn't see in the text message that she released, but he told me you left and my dumbass believed him. We're gonna handle everything. Don't jumpstart calls. I'm not. I just want to know who the fuck took advantage of me. Like how? Wait, is this on her Instagram? I want to see this. I want to see these text messages. Wait, is there? Oh, there's not. Is there more photos? Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing. I was invited by KaiCenat. We saw this. I read all this. Oh, but he said, okay, but he told me you left his and my dumbass believed him. It's him. Yes, that's the guy. Yeah. Like I said, I think that she just posted another statement on IG 2 minutes ago. What, on her story? Because it's not showing up. Maybe it's on her story. Saw that. The blood, the responses. Oh, here. One, grateful that they are finally cooperating with law enforcement as well, as I filed a report and I did everything I needed to do within 24 hours and had no way of being able to get a hold of the rapist to investigate and prosecute him any further. Grateful that now, after I posted on social media, it's being handled. Via previous conversations I already posted with Kai, I was never told that they knew who was involved, even though I kept asking as to tell investigators and get the justice I needed. This is why social media is so helpful in my shoes, as I don't have a fan base to protect and defend. Now that everything is public, things are being done to help me get justice. You guys have heard my story, too. You guys have heard my story and everything. I've been 100% transparent, even answering questions to people who are constantly blaming me because I understand that people are skeptical. However, I have nothing to hide. Like, dude, it's what this is something I see a lot lately. I think more so than before. In the aftermath of the Me Too movement, I know that like the point, everyone misconstrued believe women and we're like, oh, believe women means like women never have the capability of lying. You're a fucking idiot. Like, no, that was never the case. No one ever fucking said that. Believe women just means don't reflexively disbelieve women. Okay. But also on like I've never seen so many people that come out with rape accusations have receipts that are so fucking long with like an understanding and empathy for people that literally are disbelieving them when they have at least the courage to describe the most traumatic moment that they've lived. It's crazy. And this is not the one time. Like this is they're not combative. They're understanding. Like a lot of the latest couple of instances of this sort of thing that we've looked at least on this fucking broadcast, has shown so many people behaving like the perfect victim. Like the expectation that society places upon women that come out about sexual assault is that they have to be the perfect victim. Okay? They have to be. And even when they are, motherfuckers still are like, no, you're a bitch. You're a whore. Fuck you. It's crazy. Not only is she behaving this way, but also on top of that, like she's still reserves empathy for other parties that may or may not be involved. She even owned up and said, I'm feel bad that I, involved Kai in the way that I did. I don't know if he was like truly involved in the matter or not. I understand why he was defensive. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's actually wild, and yet people still are like, nope, not going to be charitable here. I sent her a picture of a used condom to show the dude used protection. Think about the steps that led him up to doing that. Wait, no, that didn't happen. What the fuck are you talking about? No, she asked if the dude... What? Why is it that people behave like this? Where they... No, Kai never did that. No. How does this happen? Where people just so quickly make shit up about a situation? No, the dude who did it was like, oh yeah, I used a condom, and like showed her a dirty condom that he had used. But it's not, how can this be telephone if I'm on the motherfucking phone, man? People are like, oh, people are just playing a game of telephone. It's like, no, you're on the phone with me. This isn't telephone where like I said something and then someone heard. We are just now looking at all of the events that took place. No, it just means you can't hear, okay? That's what that fucking means, I think. Yeah. Jovi said that the assaulter showed her a condom, Dirty Skins one, so she had to get an antivirals and bacterials to combat possible STDs. Yes. People blaming me. I understand people are skeptical. However, I have nothing to hide. You have heard my story. Now, why haven't we heard Richie Jiggy speak up? Even if it's a lie, so people can see through you, being in shock just isn't enough excuse to see him as innocent. Because as soon as I awoke to see him on top of me, I was also in shock. And when I told him that he raped me, he understood exactly what the fuck I said. So this is all contradicting. Of course, a rapist will never publicly admit his wrongdoings, especially when he knows it's being pursued. However, I do have faith that I will get the justice I deserve. This truly is being investigated correctly. But how would a person of his stature be able to handle such a situation for the first time? I admit the way he handled it was wrong, but how would he have exactly handled it? It's just a simple content creator. Please explain. I just did. I did literally before, like 5 minutes ago, I think. Pretty much. If you go back in the VOD, you will see it. The answer is relatively simple. It's a very complicated situation, and it's a crime. But what you're supposed to do is always have the utmost empathy for the victim, okay? Recognize that this is not an easy thing to come out with, okay? Have the utmost empathy for the victim, even if you cannot comprehend that a friend of yours is capable of doing something like this, okay? Your goal as a good person, or if you're interested in, showing to the rest of the planet that you're a good person, even if you're not a good person, but your interest is to show the planet that you are, what you're supposed to do is center the conversation around the victim, okay? And talk about what has happened. Talk about your actions. If you want to talk about your actions, take responsibility for them. Like not informing the victim immediately about who the person was, okay, even if you knew. And openly admit that that was a mistake and that you were basically misguided in doing so, but then you are cooperating with the law enforcement authorities, and that the reason why you did it was because of your legal team, and it was a mistake to not do that, and own up to it and apologize for it. Okay? And then also, I don't know, that's it. I mean, just talk about how it is it's unimaginable that this like cruel thing happened, and that I hope that justice is served. Because ultimately, like, it's not like he was an accomplice. I don't think she even thinks that he's an accomplice to this crime, right? But given his lack of reaction given his lack of reaction originally, she basically said, what she said. Like, in that moment, she was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not like, it seems like you care more about your friend and covering for him. Now that I found out that he's your friend, this is beginning to make more sense. She literally said the Kai sent her to the room so he knew. No. No. Someone came in to check on her. Okay? So it seems like there were two people. One is the person that Kai sent up there to check on her, and then the other person is the person who raped her. That's what it seems like. At this point, allegedly. I don't know. I did go to her Instagram story. That's the one. We read her latest Instagram story. That's it. She doesn't have another one up. We were just checking it. This is the Instagram story. No, there is not another one. There is. I'm looking at it. It's not coming up. Oh, she did post another one. Said regarding his stream that I just watched, I want to thank Kai for not downplaying my situation and for not denying or disapproving anything I've said. However, I'm not upset that Jigui's name is not getting dragged like he stated. That is well deserved, but he's not the only person in the situation to look bad. Rape isn't something to be proud of. I feel nothing but shame. That is a way bigger burden than anything either you have to deal with. Your reputation is what you're worried about, whereas I was worried about my well-being and livelihood. Men have proven to protect other men time and time again, especially when they're friends, and women, especially black women, are accused of being liars until proven innocent. I'm grateful that I finally am shown some sympathy in the situation, as it's been insanely hard on me. Hopefully, when he's proven guilty, I will get the apology I deserve. Good to see XQC with a good take. XQC claims KaiCenat cares more about himself than friend's alleged rape victim. Star is massively disappointed with his friend. Following a wave of leaked texts between Twitch star KaiCenat, social media, what did he say? Despite saying he's massively disappointed, XQ maintains that he needs to see the full story before he can make a final judgment. KaiCenat's friend, Jugi Sek, has yet to release a statement. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's not the most responsible way of dealing with the situation at all.
Or
bad.
Fuck, man.
You can chalk it up to his bad legal advice that he got, if you believe that. Okay, but ultimately, it's still
to be a lot of care and a lot of attention.
Like, I'm surprised
to the things that are said against him, rather than what is going on with the person that suffered something. Okay, and to the point where there's no question mark here. Okay, the initial reaction here, like I said last time, is very important. Okay, there's a person who just does something traumatic, and they're saying, "Yo, this happened," and then she says what she says about him, right? Like he knew, and it's just massively disappointing that I mean, he calls her crazy, and then he jumps to the parts.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. His assessment here is correct. In that moment, Kai felt more like he was under attack falsely and did not recognize the severity of the crimes that had happened to another friend of his, this person, Jovi.
Where it makes him look bad.
He got defensive.
Do you guys understand it? So basically, it just seems like he cares automatically more and immediately about how, I guess, it would make him look, or how this makes him.
He was under attack. She accused him. Brother. Please. Please. Understand. Empathy for a victim. When someone tells you that they were raped in excruciating detail, if you're a normal person, you're not a hothead, your normal response is supposed to be, okay, I'm trying to teach it for you. Okay? Your normal response is supposed to be to get to the truth of the matter immediately and to help out the victim. Hustlers University does not have an empathy course. That much is clear to me. Okay.
Makes him look bad or accuses him of something, rather than going and asking more about.
He did ask if she was okay, by the way. Like, Kai did. That was the first question he asked. He said, "You good?" On the first day of the new year, first thing Kai asked was, "Are you good?" That was, but that didn't continue, is what I'm saying. That energy did not continue. That's not a lot, but that energy definitely did not continue throughout the phone conversation, is my point.
What's going on and what happened, whatever, and the priorities are misaligned. Okay, massive. This is just cooked up. That is a massively cooked up. Okay, and just terrible looks. But I didn't say the whole story yet, so we.
I don't believe he reported to the police. He would have receipts of this. Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of XCC for having a very
Keep going through it.
Mature assessment of the situation. There was a lack of energy and clear communication that left the victim probably feeling abandoned. Yes. I know. I saw her news story after Kai's stream. All said regarding his stream that I just watched, I want to thank Kai for not downplaying my situation and for not denying or disproving anything I said. Wasn't her safety also was responsible for it? Am I missing something? I mean, to a certain degree, but to a certain degree, absolutely. But ultimately, I think like the worst parts about this, and I don't think that he is the like I don't think that he is like the main perpetrator in this situation. Of course he's not. Why would he be? After all, it's someone that he knows that committed this act. You know, the legal team misspelled his last name. It's Sec, not Sack. Yeah. Your attempt at a subtle Kai defense is seriously disappointing. Here, his legal team clearly tried delaying by not giving his name or obfuscating the situation with the name misspelling. Bro, I'm not like, I'm not schizophrenic, and I'm just like not assuming that this is like conducted deliberately to fucking attempt or delay the legal situation. But I'm glad you found the subtlety in my criticisms of Kai. I'm glad you found the subtlety of my defense. It's cool. Are there other things that you would like to also make up on your mind? Are we good? There's no excuse for not providing that information immediately, right? Yes, which is precisely why I said Kai should have apologized for that. Did you hear the words that came out of my mouth when I said Kai should have apologized for not immediately revealing information and or even saying, "Oh my God, that is my friend. I'm so sorry this happened to you." Do you remember when I said those things? Or are you having a schizophrenic panic attack where you're just decided to resort to making shit up on a fucking stream that you're currently watching? As I'm not even done explaining the situation. Okay, we're done. We're not talking about me. I'm not involved in this. I already gave my fucking assessment of the situation, and I'm responding to fucking sock accounts at this point. I'm done. Apologize, bro. Kai went on stream like chat. I went straight to him like it was responsible after she asked his name and asked him not to tell him for good reasons. Like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, there is some stuff from Kai's stream that was like, that was insane for sure.
So boom,
like this part.
I said that, right? As soon as I got the information, chat, I went straight to my friend, the person that you see getting posted. I said, bro, what the fuck am I hearing right now, gang? Y'all know I can't, bro. I have a select few of people that I call my friend for real, bro. I addressed them. I said, yo, bro, what the fuck is this? When you can see the text messages. When she sent the photo, you can see me react as in, it's him? Like, I'm
like he's admitting that he recognized the person in the photos and was shocked that it was his friend that was capable of doing this, which is what I said.
Telling y'all what it is. I know him. So I went to him immediately. I said, yo, bro, what the fuck you got going on? What am I hearing right now, bro? You feel me? What am I hearing right now about shit that's going on? Chat.
She did specifically say, don't ask, don't talk to him.
As soon as he heard,
which, you know,
her side of the story. I'm representing her, bro. She's hurt. She's hurt, bro. I don't play that.
But he's basically saying in the situation that like he took, okay, there's two sides to reading this. And what he's saying is that he took her accusation seriously and immediately called out his friend is what he's saying. But if you don't agree with him and you think that he does not take the victim seriously, then you can understand it as he did not abide by the victim's request not to reveal any information to the perpetrator and went to him instead and immediately started to fucking, conduct a plan to defend him or something. Bro, this shit is so fucking nasty, dude. Like, how the fuck are you a human, bro? Why is she posting sexy pictures on Insta after this? Is like, dude, you are like a violently psychopathic human, dude. Wish you could do more to help creators better handle these situations. Bro, there's so much more that happens. Like, this happens regularly on the platform. There's other things that are easier to, it's like, okay. Oh, the channel point I have. Okay, listen, regardless. A big issue is that he said he had to ask and search for the guy's name, but in reality, he knew exactly who the guy was. So he lied to the victim. No, he said that's him the first time she sent the photo, right? Isn't that the case? He didn't give a name though, but like he knew who it was and he didn't give her a name. That's true. He could believe their accusations, but also his friend when the guy said he didn't know what was going on and proceeded to look for different people, albeit is be too generous of an interpretation.
What it is.
KaiCenat has responded to the allegations made by Joey Pena this morning towards Jigui Sek. I mean, yes, they're going to rip into Kai, dude. This is a very bad way to respond to this. Okay? Like, it seems as though the victim is happy that he expressed sympathy to her by saying, like, it actually happened and I take it seriously. Okay? But ultimately, most people that look at that are most likely not going to have a charitable approach. especially if they don't have an affinity towards Kai because they don't know Kai or anything like that. They're not going to be charitable. They're going to see someone who looks like they are defending their friend is what they're going to take. He definitely, with his reaction, by not like reacting appropriately to her originally in the text messages, and then also not reacting appropriately in this circumstance because of the severity of the situation at hand, is making it worse for himself if he cared about like defending his own honor, even beyond what we're talking about, with respect to like the actions that took place. He says he's high school friends with the suspect, but he empathizes with her and is not taking sides. There's now an active police investigation. Kai says he never said him and Jugu weren't friends. Jugu has denied the allegations made by Jovi. Kai said he stopped responding to her because his legal team advised them to. Jovi originally accused of Kai setting this all up. She then later retracted that statement.
So I went to him immediately. I said, yo, bro, what the fuck you got going on? What am I hearing right now, bro? You feel me? What am I hearing right now about shit that's going on? Chat. As soon as he heard her side of the story, I'm representing her, bro. She's hurt. She's hurt, bro. I don't play that. I went to him. I said her story. Complete shock. He was in complete shock. He don't know. I'm telling you my perspective. She asked for her name. She asked for his name automatically. I told my car. There's two sides of the stories now, Kai. Who you gonna handle it with? The police. Okay? When she asked for in the screenshot, she asked for her name, she asked for his name automatically. I told my team, I said, yo, team, here's his name, give it to her. That is the reason why she got it in the first place. Okay? That is the reason why she got it in the first place. And let me tell y'all something right now.
I think he means like his legal name and not his Instagram profile. I think that's what he's talking about in this situation.
Now, all my viewers, do not go to her profile and do not harass this young lady, bro. Do not. Until facts are proved, until shit is shit, bro, like, and shit is going on and the police are handling this. And this is why I didn't want to come to the internet, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be able to stop them, let's be real. Maybe a little bit, but no shot. Especially because, like, this is a systemic problem, so it goes far beyond, like, just what Kai is advising people to do. It goes significantly, it goes significantly beyond, like, you know, what his audience is going to do. It's just people... There are people out there who are literally just like their stands for, you know, vilifying victims of rape. And of course, we saw it already. We saw some of the fucking, anyway, look, although I do not believe that law enforcement is good at handling situations like this, I hope that in this circumstance, justice is served. Okay? I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot here. There's a lot of information that she has. There's a lot of evidence that she has. And this is a relatively higher profile case, so you know. I don't know. He says it's possible he took a video of it. Wait, really? Not to be too hard on you, but I will be honest, I'm disappointed about how extremely generous you are being to Kai in this scenario based on how this evidence reads and his own words on stream. I don't understand why, because if easily this stuff gets clipped, but I'm still disappointed. So you recognize why I'm being like as objective as humanly possible about a circumstance, and then you're saying, and you're saying people will clip it out of context, and you're like, but you're disappointed that what, you can't farm Reddit karma? Like, I'm genuinely confused. You're like, I get why you were being objective, but also, like, why are you? You should not be, and you should behave like a fucking bad faith person in this regard. Fuck. Claimed that he filmed a video.
I saw his phone in his hand when I got up. He was pushing my spine down when I sleep on. I saw his phone in his hand when I got up. He was pushing my spine down when I sleep on my stomach. He was pushing my spine down, and I asked him why he tried to make a video of me, and he said that I saw his phone in his hand.
Ain't about you. Don't get dragged into that. The sides are clear here. Yeah, exactly. It's not about me.